first coin or token that you saw that you thought was like, wow, this is really cool to hold in my hand? Like, I like having this.
Well,
Just simply having it.
I still actually have one of these, so this is cool that you asked me this. There was an old arcade place up in Kalamazoo back in the day. It was called the Fun Factory, and it was on the same mall that they had a movie theater. So before we ever went to seen a movie, we run into the Fun Factory and play a couple games and kill some time, right? They had their own tokens, and what was cool about them was they had two guys they kind of looked like Mario and Luigi in a sense. They had like suspenders and kind of a, but it wasn't really made out, but it looked like kind of like them.
Yeah.
And the coin itself was jaggedy, so they only fit in the game systems in a certain way at the Fun Factory. So it wasn't quarters there. It was specifically, that was the only place that did that too, other than maybe Star World. Those might be those been in other states too, I believe. Star World is. What's yours?
For me, I want to say it might have been like a train token.
Mm.
You know, I've always been fascinated with coins, but I always thought I miss the old days where you could just put a train token inside of a slot, like it's an arcade, and just go right through the train. Like there was.
Do you collect coins?
I have a few of them, to be honest with you. I have a lot of old ones. I have some USSR ones.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have none of those.
I have a couple World War II era ones. I have some Ukrainian ones, some Russian ones. So I have a lot of European coins, a couple silver dollars, which I love. So I have a really cool love for props like that. But also, and I didn't even think about this while we were working on this. Our challenge coins from the military.
Oh my God, I forgot about those too.
I got several of those too, and actually those are actually probably one of the coolest things I've ever held in my hand as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're unique, definitely.
Yeah, but very simply, it goes back to me like tokens, arcade tokens too. But it was really cool how like back then, you had these tokens. They were smaller. Some of them would be in the shape of pentagons or octagons.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah, like some of our train tokens were kind of like octagon-y with a hole right in the center.
Okay, now I've seen some like that. They were miners' tokens.
Okay.
Which I don't know was probably like 18 or early 1900s, where miners lived in small towns, built up towns, and they would use those tokens to buy stuff with the holes in them. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at them now. They actually have. They actually sell them at the National Museum of American History.
I believe I have one. I got some weird coins like that. Some Chinese coins are like that too.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so I see like they have mining tokens that have like that octagon shape, and then they have the ones with the holes in it.
Yep.
I think they're so cool. There's something really cool about them. I'm actually
looking at
awesome
too.
I'm actually looking at the 1980s New York City train token, and the Y in it in the center is hollowed out.
Huh.
It's actually really cool, But now, there's the Metro card now in New York City, so a lot of companies are doing the token thing. But it'd be nice to see it,
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of that when we were doing a project as far as like a possible use for highways and stuff for car washes and self-maintenance kind of a thing or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go into our coins.
Yes, this week it is coins, people. Coins.
Get your tokens ready, and you go first.
Okay. So, throughout our podcasting on this show, I have been trying diligently to get a version of me that I've been satisfactory with, and up until this point, I wasn't there. When we decided to do this coin show, it decided to work for me. So basically, what I did was I took a side view on my camera of me, and then I put that in Mid Journey, and then I believe I just found a picture of a penny basically on Google and tried to superimpose them over myself,
Yeah.
and it worked to whereas, like I was telling you before the show, you would see me sitting sideways, but you'd also see the coin kind of over my face. So you'd see what you're seeing now, but my body would still be in the picture. So I kind of doctored it up a little bit. I don't ever use Photoshop for something, but I thought it would look better. It would, you'd see more of the coin detail if you didn't see the rest of the background that I had.
Yeah.
So
You have some good. You have some really nice engravings on it, and it kind of
yeah.
it's on it kind of like a pie, like
Mm-hmm.
right on the edges.
Kind of reminded me of the Roman times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very.
What's yours got?
So
What you got
mine.
going on with yours?
So I always go the HD photo route. Always going for like an intricate photo design. So what I did was I made a coin made for with the design of a star map to symbolize the love and curiosity of outer space. The one thing that I love about coins and tokens is the engravings. The things that you can touch when you touch a coin. What can you feel? I've always thought that's always been such a cool thing to have in a coin because it's such intricate detail on metal. On a piece of some type of earthly metal, and I love the design of this because we have the outer borders has we got some words in there, which is probably like some kind of like NASA space saying or something. You got the star maps and you got the planets. But what I love is that the planets are kind of like bulbing out,
Like Braille almost, so you can
yeah,
feel like which coin is this mapping, if you will. Or this certain galaxy is on this coin, this certain galaxy is on another coin, so you could tell by just feeling it.
yeah.
You know. Hmm.
Yeah, so I love how this one came out. I had another one that came out really good, but I chose this one. Probably show it off in our social medias. The next one.
Yeah, that turned out really good. So, what was the recent coin they did for the U.S. that was not necessarily a president? Wasn't it a civil rights leader or something? I forget. But anyways, I thought they should do more coins, even if they're what was the term I was using? Limited time.
Yeah.
Of like our modern day philosophers, artists, musicians, poets, the art side of the United States. So who else could do that but George Carlin? So that's what I came up with. During this project of doing coins, I didn't really have too much struggle with what I was trying to accomplish, and George came out within the first try, I believe.
Came out perfect.
Yeah, likeness worked for me this round.
What I like about
Really?
this is that you went with like a cool design, like giving it and we're in a time now. I mean, I think the new quarter Celia Cruz is going to be in it, which is a very big deal. But I think if we lived in a time where comedy was where people didn't feel so afraid of comedy, I think we would have seen George Carlin on a coin.
Well, I mean, I think it needs to happen. Like I said, like a limited time thing, where just within 5 years they come out with some different coins of different things like that. And he's been time honored at this point.
Yeah, he has. He's spoken more truth. He has spoken so much truth through his comedy too. I mean, it would just make sense for.
He would have made a great professor, even though he didn't like the idea of being one.
Yeah.
Good philosophy, really.
The one that I got is the Doomsday Clock.
Okay.
So I actually been reading a lot of comics lately. I actually just went through the whole DC Comics Rebirth. which led into Doomsday Clock, which was like a tale which kind of tied in the Watchmen into the DC
Okay.
universe a little more. It was a really good story. I was locked into it every step of the way. So what if we made a coin with the Doomsday Clock? And I really, so I wanted a obviously HD photo of a coin made for with the design of the Doomsday Clock. Coin design blueprint. What I love about this is that you have a clock in the coin.
Hmm.
You have the engravings, but you also have like, is the center of it our planet exploding? Is
Hmm.
that the doomsday that we're awaiting? So I wanted to put it in a coin. I wanted to bring it a little dark. I think coin design could be really, really intricate, especially with all the custom coin design makers that are out there right now. Oh man,
Yeah, I've
it would
seen some
be
cool stuff.
it would be really nice to see this this coin made. I think it's very nice. I think it's a great idea too.
Now, I don't know much about DC other than Watchmen. Like, I've watched those. Now, uh, Mr. God, what's his name? The blue guy. You know who I'm
Doctor
talking about.
Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan. Now, was he the one that actually made the Doomsday Clock?
No,
Did he make that? Okay, I'm
it was
thinking
a
of
it was a
something
bu- it
else.
was a it was a bunch of scientists.
Okay.
They made it because of him in the story. But in real
Okay.
time, they made it because of impending nuclear
Hmm.
warfare. During that era of time.
Okay. Like, I knew the Watchmen part, but I didn't know the backstory. I don't know my DC as much as I do my Marvel, so I'm glad I'm around, or you're around to fill me in on
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a DC guy through and
that.
through.
And this continues on with our salute to artists, musicians, poets, writers. Uh, Again, no trouble really. The first round I did of David Bowie, I believe this was the fourth picture that I had in the thumbnails, and I really like it, so I popped that one open.
I like it. It's
You
this
know,
is a part of the art series.
have you seen coins? I had one of John F. Kennedy. I believe it's a 50-cent piece, and that one's actually colored. You had to probably order it. It's one of those that my grandparents gave me or something, but it's actually got color in it, like it's been painted.
Yeah.
This would be cool if Bowie's hair was at least red.
Ah, interesting. Interesting.
Ooh, bit of flair in there.
It kind of has like a pennies engraving too.
Yes, very
It's very deep. It's very deep.
simplistic.
So the coin design that I have here, I wanted a up close photo of a new coin design for the United States of America.
Ooh.
I wanted I like a thick coin. So when I'm holding like a silver dollar or like or even like I like a little weight to it. I like a little thickness to it. So I mean, I'd like to see a quarter get a little thick on its sides, man. Like, and we're talking like triple C thick because co- a coin has to be heavy, and no, and everybody loves a good quarter.
Mm-hmm. I used to know the reason why it was indented on the sides. I believe because they were cutting the sides off, like they were not the actual mint. That like people would cut them off and use them for other things,
Yeah.
and that's why they started making the jaggedy, not jaggedy, but imprints on the side.
Interesting. Interesting. And that's another thing, like that a lot of coins have. They have like those edges, like a pie, like the closed
Mm-hmm.
edges. So I always thought that was really cool. Our last ones, and then I got a little history lesson for you right
Oh,
after this.
all right.
So I mean, it's easily recognizable who that is. That's
That's
Bender
right.
Bending Rodriguez.
He'd bend a coin if he could.
The
I'm
the
gonna have a little humor.
the man
If
the man
George Carlin wasn't enough,
the man could he could bend anything.
in the world, that's Bender. Yep. So I want to do a little cartoon route, like I do, and again, no problems. Bender came out pretty good. The only thing I probably would have suggest was some eyeballs, but that's
I think it's
okay.
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, on a coin, I don't think you really do see anyone's actual pupils, so
So
it's
if we
sticking true.
So I mean, in a world, because like it's safe to say that we're both huge Futurama fans.
Hmm.
Whatever the currency is in New York, it would be safe to say that Bender is a legend enough in New
Oh
York
God, at
that
this point, yeah.
he would be in a coin. I mean, he was human at one point. He um he was in the Robot Crazy House.
He's the
Uh,
only one pretty much around like him.
yeah, there's no one like Mr. Rodriguez. Such a good character too, and I mean,
Oh yeah.
is it safe to say that the coin is made out of him?
Ooh, out of his shiny metal ass.
No. Uh,
Yours almost looks like a shield to me in a sense too. What you
all right.
got going on?
So this one I got really descriptive with, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the coin of prosperity.
Ah,
I wanted this to be like a $50 coin.
it's got some heft to it. I can see that.
Nope, we got a $50 coin, but I wanted this striking. I wanted this to symbolize. I wanted it to be a coin as thin as a coin, but have the artistry of a medallion. It's a
That.
yeah. So we have this coin currency that reflects the spirit of progress and unity. I wanted to showcase this majestic eagle, wings spread wide, embodying strength and sovereignty. Intricately crafted gear symbolize harmonious progress, while laurel leaves and olive branches signify victory and peace. There's rays of light on the celestial backdrop, illuminate the path to a brighter future, with regal with regals and radiant golds. This is a timeless work of art. I I wish this could be made. And I think that this coin would be something really nice to have, like to inspire hope for a world of prosperity and more unity. The eagle has always symbolized our country, even as veterans. We look at the bald eagle as you know our sign of hope. It's not our Kryptonian S that we're all so
No,
used to.
it's always
But
been symbolic with strength and stuff like that, and loyalty and
yeah,
those kind of things.
yeah. So there's some really nice stuff, and coins are cool.
Absolutely.
Coins are really cool, right? So they have like a really rich and fascinating history that it spans thousands of years, and they have played a pivotal role in the development of civilizations and the evolution of trade and commerce.
Yep.
And just a couple light notes that I have here. The origin of coins was a form of money originated around the 7th century BCE. For those who don't know, that's before Christ. In the ancient kingdom of Lydia, located in modern-day Turkey. The Lydians created the first standardized metal coins made of naturally occurring alloy called electrum, a mix of gold and silver. These coins had distinct markings, making them recognizable and trusted by traders and merchants. So think like when pirates had their pirates booty, and
Mm-hmm.
they had there was engravings on these gold coins, like, hey, this is real. I'm actually kind of
Right.
curious. So electrum, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that
I've
have.
never heard that term before.
Yeah, it's still around. It's a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver mixed together with trace amounts of copper and other metals, but its color ranges
Okay.
from pale to bright yellow depending on the proportions of gold and silver.
Mhm.
It's also been produced artificially, and it's also known as green gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so like when we go through the spread and standardization of the coins, the use of coins, they quickly spread to neighboring regions and civilizations such as Greece and Rome. Over time, various civilizations minted their own coins with unique designs, sizes, and values. So this standardization of coins facilitated trade across borders and contributed to economic growth. We're used to it now. We got the penny, the 10 cent, the
Mm-hmm.
nickel, the quarter. In some cases, the 50-cent coin, the golden dollar. The
When
gold dollar coins.
I think of Silk Road for some example, because that was such a huge network of markets of
Yeah.
marketing for the ancient world too, and that's probably a big reason why the boost in coins came out the way it did, because each culture mingled with the other and came up with different ideas. So they had to have their coins for each other and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Um, so now we're going into the art and culture of it. The coins
Mm-hmm.
not only served as a medium of exchange, but also offered a canvas for artistic expression and propaganda. The rulers and empires used coins to showcase their authority and achievements, featuring portraits, symbols, and historical events. Many ancient coins have become valuable artifacts for collectors and historians, shedding light on the cultural and political context of their time. I think this is the best examples. Like George Washington is on the quarter. We had
Mm-hmm.
Sacagawea on the dollar coin. And it changes. I mean, we've always had Lincoln on the penny and so on and so forth. But Queen Elizabeth is on the European coins, and I think actually when in monarchy when their leader dies, they actually have to start working on the new currency cycle with the new
Hmm.
with the new king or queen's face on it, like what's happening now.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
So
Huh.
like yeah, that's actually a big thing that they have to do, like right away. Currency changes. Um,
Huh. Be on top of that.
Actually, let me fact check that.
What was another thing I was thinking of about that too? Yeah, while you're fact checking that, I'm trying to think of what I
Okay,
was
so
going
yeah, so the currency will change, but
to.
that
Okay.
but that currency is still, you know, it's
Well,
still
the
active.
old stuff, yeah, the old stuff still works.
Yeah, so the new British currency will have the new king on it, and this is
Weird.
again, this is a thing
Silver
that
King.
they have to do.
It seems like they would have been on top of that already, because she wasn't like no spring chicken.
Yep.
So,
Then we have
it's,
paper money.
yep.
While coins remain prevalent, the concept of paper money emerged during the Tang Dynasty in China around the 7th century.
Really?
Yes, initially used for convenience and trade, paper money gained widespread acceptance due to its convenience and efficiency. This innovation influenced the development of modern banking and currency systems.
See, I would have thought that was a U.S. thing. I wouldn't have known that was actually. I thought paper was a U.S. concept. That's crazy. It goes all the way back to the
Yeah.
dynasties of China and shit.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah, global trade. As world explanation and trade expanded, coins played a crucial role in international commerce. The Spanish pieces of eight minted from silver mined in the Americas became a global currency during the age of exploration. The global currency.
Huh.
Interesting where they said that. And in modern currency, like in the 17th and 18th centuries, countries began to establish centralized banking systems and issued national currencies, replacing private minted coins. As economies grew more connected, the gold standard and later the fiat system emerged, providing stability to currency values. And then, of course, we're now in the digital age. In recent decades, digital form of currencies such as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, they have emerged, challenging traditional notions of money and finance. But these digital currencies rely on blockchain technology and offer new possibilities for financial transactions. So coins in all their forms continue to be essential tools for trade and economic prosperity, representing the history and values of societies across the ages. So, from ancient metal discs to modern digital tokens, the story of coins remains an enduring testament to human ingenuity and cooperation, along with trade, culture. You know, there's so much to it.
I remember what I was going to say earlier when I was brain farting. It's a test of time that sticks around even after that society may be gone, too. Like stone. Coins
Yeah,
is one of the few things that actually will stick around and be dug up after tumultuous years of being stuck in the ground. That's the other cool thing about them, is their durability.
that's true. I mean, you can't break a coin with your teeth.
No,
You really can't.
go
And
ahead.
and please don't try. please don't try. You know.
John says no. I say yeah. Okay, don't do it.
Yeah, and I was thinking that for our next episode, I think we could do Christopher Nolan if you're interested.
I'll bite.
Do a couple renditions of
Movie.
directed by Christopher Nolan.
I like it.
All right, so there you go. Next
Cool.
week, join us for a Christopher Nolan inspired episode of The Artificial Mind. Strobridge, you got anything to say before we go?
No, I do like your recommendation for the next show, so tune in and we will have a Christopher Nolan episode for y'all.
Absolutely. Have a good one, guys. You take it easy. Drink milk. If you're lactose intolerant, just drink water.
You need your D.
Yep.